I thought the last episode, the ending, the last segment was so powerful and so strong and captivating, showing that someone who assumedly got away with what they did and built this new life was as selfish as they really were. Kang Yohan really does see people for what they really are. Those that go against the law and general means. It was just so powerful. And then for Kim Hwan to give the money to those who were affected, I don't know, there was something beautiful about that because these were people whose lives were destroyed, turned upside down by that man who got away with it. He wasn't in prison, he had this whole new life, but he was still willing to save the money over his new family. Another really, really good episode. I expected the court case maybe to be longer because of how it was coming together, but he incriminated himself very quickly. And yeah, they turned him from being the bad guy who's just trying to save the country to this sad, pathetic loser that just followed people around and was just desperate to do these things and get female attention. And they just, in other words, made him look like such a loser. That why would you follow someone like this? Notice though how the people turned on him, including someone who went to school with him, and then started to blab all this information. He was too confident, and that's a big misnomer with these characters, that they have this arrogance that is clearly concealing something. But it was also kind of uncomfortable watching, like, in the subtitles saying he was going to die, and then they're attacking him and obviously beating him up, which is what he was doing to people and blinding them. But it shows you that how quickly people will turn on one another, which Kangahan showed when he was a kid. It's just one of these things, though. It's still uncomfortable to see because it just shows you, and nothing's happening to those people doing it to him. It's just always this vicious cycle unless you can't capture all of them and start doing this. But even though there's evidence, like they're live streaming this, so it's confusing how these people wouldn't have things brought up and like why they wouldn't be arrested. It make like there are little plot holes. It makes sense why it's not happening, but it is things that are a bit frustrating because it's like, well, you're getting away with this, so how is the police doing their job, and how would people have trust in them, and things like that. Also, the president said he raised him, so I don't know if he found him or family or something was going on, but there was a connection there, and because he always used the same emotive language that he did, so I don't know if that was his son or a family member or someone he adopted. I don't know, but he used the same emotive language and same rhetorical speech that the president used. And then Chong Suna, that at the end, watching her eyes and obviously the reflective nature of like the lights and her saying she's going to rip him apart. This was the episode where she realized that everything he says to her has been a ploy for him to get information out of her, to turn on her, and obviously she's now he is the object of her desire to get rid of because she's killed other people. So to what means? Because she is the most dangerous person apart from Kang Yohan in this show, because she will stop at nothing, and I'm nothing to get what she wants. But doesn't mean she's going to get it. And I was curious how she thought she could hide her past, especially from Kang Yohan and him not revealing that she was a maid. It would be very easy for him to let slip and all that information. There are people around who know she was a maid at one point. I know she's tried to hide that past, but it really should have been quite easy to dig up. It should have been, but obviously with how she rose in ranks and what happened, she was able to hide that information. Not anymore. But it's so fascinating how characters think they have the upper hand. The one who's running the show is Kangahan. No one else is running this show. He is moving the chess pieces, and he has you exactly where he wants you, and you just let the game play. You create. He waits for the other characters to slip up, and they always do. Like that court case, that guy slipped up straight away. Listening to him, how he plead and pledged, and things he was saying, it's like, okay, do you not hear how you speak? The dangerous nature of it. I'm just so curious what they are going to do, because at some point there will be a slip up with Kang Yohan, if that's Ilya or that's Kaon, I don't know, but yeah, something will happen. But another super strong episode to get us into the double digits. And with only 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16 left, you have to just imagine what's going to happen. That's all you can do, right? Still a good episode. Still a good episode.